Hey guys, what's up? We're here doing it again. Something happened with the last world, so we're gonna have to redo the 50 years. I hope everyone's okay with that. Sorry, something happened, but this time we're gonna go as long as we can. Alright. Year 1 was a pretty simple year. I just wanted to get right away, so I decided to get an area for my people to work and chop some trees, and then I wanted to build out a simple road, get maybe one home for now and it would cause lots of delay as I waited for my people to begin. I looked to made sure the priority, didn't want too many people working on builders. I needed people to cut after all. So that's what I did. Made sure people wanted to cut and stuff. And I did that. But then I realized, yeah, things weren't gonna go so well. I needed, lots of people to do lots of things. But right now, I speeded things up a bit. Because, we need things to get going here. Then I put it back down to ×2 speed. Began building and stuff. Built out more roads. Got ready for 2 new homes to be built and stuff. And then we began our long journey. We started to do the trek and stuff. I speeded things up again so they could begin to build homes. Yada yada. We began to do lots of stuff. And then the year was coming to an end. And all it looked like we were gonna not have the homes finished by then. So I needed more people. We might have the biggest island, I would say. I'm not sure though. Our competitor has a bigger island. You can see as I revered it, but our island's pretty big. We got lots of stone things. We have so much room. We're gonna be able to do so much here. So I wonder what it turns into. We'll have to see and wait and see what it turns into and stuff. But people managed to build the homes, and we're up to 8 now. It looks like 3 people decided to stay, growing our population. So then when I had more wood, I started to begin to build a road. I needed an area. I looked for, this place was like really green, which is a really good area for farms and orchards and when we get those. But right now we're starting out with simple farms. I decided to continue building homes. Place 2 more there and stuff. We began, and as winter was approaching, this would be the end of year 2 and stuff. It was looking dire. Everything was you know, we just had to wait. Again, I was sitting here, and it was year 3 now. I was just waiting for my people to gather stuff and get a move on. It's gonna be like this for a while, I can tell you that. We would constantly have problems of waiting for people to gather resources, but this time I think we're just gonna go by the competitor's name instead of giving them custom names, unless y'all were digging the custom names. I built more roads, looked at jobs again. Oof. Then some interesting music played and I got concerned. But then I realized it was nothing. I was trying to figure out how to fix the problem. So I was just trying to make a certain amount right now and stuff. Just trying to figure things out and things weren't really we were waiting. Year 4, those homes weren't finished. It was looking dire and stuff. Looking really dire. I'm just trying to figure this problem out, but like I said, there wouldn't be no way of figuring it out. I was just stuck here waiting until my people gathered more wood. But then I was wanting to cut these simple patches down here. Just chopping down this forest and stuff. Sorry about that. Just, you know. have my water here. It's like, but yeah, so I waited. One of my people were killed by those stupid wolves in the cave, but there was nothing I could do about them. We just had to work past them. Continue working. My people... I was waiting till they got more wood, and then I was thinking what I wanted to do next and build. As the years were going by, I didn't really build much. I was also kind of waiting for my people to grow a little more population. Then I decided, let's get an orchard, because these 3 farms weren't really sustaining us a lot. And I decided we should get 2 more homes, yeah, just 2 homes, I thought. I just wanted 2 more, even though I built a road out to the first stone quarry mine we would get set up later in the future. But right now, I always looked at the job board because things were really slow. Everything would continue to be slow. It felt like it would just constantly be slow. Alright, and yeah. You know, it'd constantly be slow and stuff. Normal. We continued to wait. But I was looking tired. I was looking around, looking at my island, seeing what I wanted to do, just looking at stuff I wanted to do. I was like planning inside my head for how I wanted to build this kingdom, and then I decided to clear out a large part of this forest up here, and that's what I was going to do. Clear out a large part. Big enough. Stop. Big enough. Yeah. And cleared a large part as I waited for them to build more roads. It is yours. I got one of the quarry, got my first mine set up. And stuff. It was great. Sorry if you hear my water in the background, like I said earlier. I just needed to wait. But then I was looking. Then I was like, I was gonna begin a wall layout already. I decided, yeah, I was trying to, you see, if you could tell, I was trying to find a good spot to place this. So I was able to determine where I wanted my walls, and then I went with there. That dragon was coming, but I wasn't worried because if you remember from the last time, dragons usually pass us. For some reason, they don't really ever attack us. And I was right again. It just went right by. I barely even noticed. The thing that kept killing my people were these dumb wolves. But there was still nothing I could do about that as I waited. Still had a really huge food problem. I moved things up from chopping trees to the other thing, because I wanted to get other things done. Wanted to be nice and get other things done. And stuff. So that's what I did. I began to do that. I built a granary, so we're able to store some things better. It seems like we're not getting the best. As well, the store thing there, the dragon was wreaking havoc in the other lands, of course, but I didn't really care about that. It was none of my business to worry. It's our goal to spend 50 years, and we're gonna spend 50 years. And at this time we were a small village. Our kingdom grew so much. The kingdom of Vortex, if you're wondering. Yes, I know. Kingdom of Vortex. This is my world. I came, my army, everything. My people, everything. it was nice, but not much was going on. Like, it was rough. There isn't much I could talk about right now. I decided to make the store stone faster. I decided to build some, like, things to store stuff faster. I did that. Like I said, we would just be stuck here, waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting. Stuck again. I continued on with the journey and stuff. I continued on. I decided to build out more roads, laying out the kingdom. It was getting walls starting to be set up and stuff, and that's what we began to do. Just really starting to build out the kingdom. This time we were like 30 people. Really started to build things out, like a good wall layout. And granary was finally finished. That would be nice. It's finally finished stuff. So good for it to be finally finished. As we waited longer and longer and longer. As I waited stuff. We began to wait as much as I could. I'm gonna stop saying wait. I feel like I'm saying it. I built a town square and stuff. That's what I did. Alright, we continued on. I built a tavern because I thought people would like it. They weren't really asking for it, but I knew they would one day, so might as well just get a head start, am I right? Swear to God, my people, they're really slow workers, but can we do but just sit here? It was year 10. We're, what, 10% of the way done? Technically? I don't know. I'm not good at math. But we have 40 years left. So out of, well, actually, technically, we would be 10% out of, if we're counting, if it's out of 50%. So technically, yeah, 10% of the way done. And stuff. Yep. 10% of the way done. And our kingdom doesn't look like much happened in these 10 years, but it grew a lot. You can always go back to look and see how much it grew. It doesn't look like it much, but wait till we get till farther. I want to see what it looks like after when we hit year 20. Let's see what it's at then. Talk about that again. See what happens. But we were waiting for the people to gather the wood, and year was coming to an end. We had a good wall structure built up so far. It was year 12. I was continuing to build. Sorry, there's gonna be some jump cuts, like where we cut the things because it takes forever. I just wanted to let you know if you're confused why you see it, just go. But I just didn't want you to watch as we had to wait so long. But yeah, otherwise, I managed to get a good layout so far started. But my people are still getting killed to wolves. Almost had a population of 50, which is really good. In my mind. Almost had a population of 50. It's pretty good. It really is pretty good. Continued to chop down trees, but once again, we would be stuck here, probably waiting. A little bit, just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. So I waited. And stuff. Oh, sorry. Yep, as we waited, it was year 13. And stuff. Oh my God, these people are taking forever. They're continuing. Well, it is a slow pace once you're like at the beginning of the game. Things will pick up, like once we get farther down the game, of course. Things will really pick up. Food wasn't really a problem, but it was kind of a problem because we weren't really having a lot. So I decided to build more orchards, build some more farms while I was at it. Okay, just get a lot done. And like I said, build some more farms. It just took me a moment. Build some more farms. Got those down a while. It was good. Build it up. As we waited, it was becoming to an end. So I have. So the kingdom was looking good. Decided to add another cottage, just one. But then I wanted to get rid of the homes and probably wanted to get rid of these single homes and replace them all with cottages. I don't know why I just didn't use the X tool here just to easily do it, but knowing me, sometimes not that smart, but for the future, maybe next time. But not really that smart sometimes. We waited, our people continued to build the walls. As we were still sitting here, I saw that one house was complaining that it didn't have a road. So I was like, ooh. So I realized future going it, I would have to build a different layout, but I was not going to change this layout of the housing already, since I already had it built and ready to go. I was not going to change it out, you know? So I just decided to add another cottage and then a single home right there to finish it out, make it perfect, you know? At this time, people were still building the walls. It was crazy how long it was taking them. So we would be stuck at a population of 44 for a while, because it was taking them forever. So I decided to move some things around, especially the building up. Decided to increase how many builders we should have, because it was taking forever. And don't want to bore y'all. It was year 18. Basically, more of the walls, a lot more progress was made. As you can see, a lot of the walls were built. Everything. We were still waiting on a couple construction. Homes still weren't done. But at this time, the dragon was back. But of course, for some reason, don't know what's my luck, the dragon never wants to attack us. I was wondering when the Vikings would show up, though, because they always seem to attack us. We don't always get lucky with them. The dragon, we do. You know, the dragon we do. We get lucky with the dragon and stuff. It was intense. It's pretty crazy, if you ask me. I was looking at things to build. Especially later down the line, because we would need it, of course. But, walls were coming together. Somehow food was still an issue. Just had to wait for these crops to grow and build a lot of things. But we were getting there. We were getting there. Time would only tell. As it's year 19. It's year 19 stuff. Oh wow, it is. The thing I feared the most was coming. The thing I feared the most was coming. It was the Viking invasion. I mean, this is the thing I was hoping I would get so lucky with. I saw the ships, I was monitoring them, you could see them too. This time, we had most of the wall was finished, just besides that front part. Same with the homes, still stuck. Population of 44, but our people were working around the clock. They started to construct the homes now. They were working around the clock. That's what we made them do. They were working around the clock. And they, you know. And then here's what I feared when they were coming. Vikings did land on our island, and it's like they were coming. They kidnapped some people, they're taking them. The question is, I think they did something stupid. Yeah, they went a whole different way and got absolutely decimated by my keep, aka my main building. But they set a wall on fire, and this would cause a really big problem. And then there was a merchant ship, but I didn't have a docks yet. So I began things to make a docks. And at this time, there was a raining inferno. I was wondering what my people were doing, but Some walls, there was more Vikings that landed? What the? Sorry, there was more Vikings that landed, but then they went the same way. they were just being a pain in the butt. So a lot of walls would start to burn. It was year 21. Okay. No. Year 21. It was rough. As we still had to wait for these people to get wood, but the homes were coming along. We were overpopulated by a lot. Overpopulated by a lot. The money was not a problem. I could have been taxing better because of the happiness. A lot of walls were destructed. This time I still didn't do the thing I said. I would have to try to do that in the future. See how well this would go. But yeah, I decided to turn more of the walls into stone. Like I can fully start to upgrade this place with stone. Slowly and fully, people were coming. They built the homes. We could get a population of 73 now. So far until the other homes finish. Oh, well now it's a population of 97, I think? Yeah, that's probably what it is, 97. I'm sorry if you can't see it down there. I don't know why it's so blurry. But it should be 97. But at this time, we were building, of course. Things were moving along. But then I had got a visitor from another kingdom. It was Queen Beautytail? Pretty sure? I don't know. Queen Beautytail? If not, that's what we're gonna call her. Queen Beautytail came to visit. We had a little chat, and then we decided relations, and then we ended up on good terms, having good terms, becoming favorable and stuff. But then she left. So, you know, what? Something happened there. Sorry, the audio cut out. But as I was saying, we were just waiting for our walls to be repaired, reconstructed. Everything, to be honest, to be repaired. We were waiting for that. And it was storming at this time, and also they were starting to build the road to their docks that we were going to have built. But I had plans to set up something once they gathered all the wood, or we used most of the wood up from over there, and it wouldn't take so long. I think that's, to be honestly, I think that's what wasted some of our years. It's because of how long it took and stuff. Took a while. Wasted so much time, but what can you do? And you have time like that. What can you do? There really isn't much you can do, am I right? Sorry, I'm just finishing something. I was seeing if I could build a fishing thing, but there was no fish around. They were all the way over here. So that would have to wait. Then another diplomat came to visit me. But I didn't really notice until later on. I was too busy focusing. I realized I had to make a road that goes all the way. I canceled this road. And just decided to do a different type of blueprint. And stuff. I did a different type of blueprint. And I didn't want upgraded roads yet. That would be coming one day. Still didn't really notice the diplomat. Also, we were halfway through the years. And then I finally noticed there was a diplomat. Went to talk to him. King? Bearzard? I don't know. Sorry, I'm not good with names. He wanted to be neutral. He wasn't as friendly. Then I thought it was suspicious as he left. The building caught on fire. Yeah, but I didn't expect anything. Food was not a problem. I placed more wells down to make sure we were secured, and then he finally left. It was really shady how, you know, how long it would take him. But, year 26. Things were coming along great. We were back to just slowly waiting again. They were starting to build up the dogs. Then I figured something out. If I placed an archer tower, like right, not there. No. No. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I did place an archer tower there, but I also placed one at that other keep, like back where those wolves are, so I could clear the wolves out and we could move down that way, because there's, you know, make it easier. The best way until I can actually get archers and swordsmen and stuff to go do it. But right now I don't have that yet. We will one day though. Who knows? Maybe when we play 100 years. And then I was visited by the same Queen Beauty came back. I think that was her name, right? Yeah. Every time they came, yeah, Queen Beauty Tell came back to visit. Just to have, we had a conversation. It was a pretty boring conversation, but I gained some relationship points, earning more of her trust. It seems like Queen Beauty Tell would be a great ally in the future, but who knows? Be a great ally. I wondered where she'd come. I think she came from the other big island and stuff. She definitely probably did come from the other big island and stuff. Yeah. But happiness is going down a lot because they wanted a church. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna build them a church. I just didn't know where I wanted to place it. I'm gonna place it right here. Then I wanted to rotate it at least, and then I placed it. So they would start to work on a church, and so hopefully that would fix the happiness. And maybe it would boost the happiness a lot, that I could get more taxes, but I didn't notice that there was Vikings here again. And just like most Vikings, they were kind of stupid, and we always went around that wall. And we're kind of dumb. You know, he's got. And at the time, I didn't notice yet that the I just wanted to mention this as I'm looking back on it. The tower that I told you that was to clear out the wolf den, I didn't notice that it did clear it out, so I completely forgot about that for right now. But back on to whatever. And then I remembered about it. And I just built a bunch of roads out this way. And then this is when I started to make foresters that should solve our problem. I began to construct them. I just started with 2 for right now. But this should definitely solve our problem. Then a merchant ship arrived. aka I didn't realize our dock was finished. I placed another forest down, and there was a diplomat here, but there's also a merchant ship. I saw I could trade, but I was like, ooh, what could I sell? And then I saw I could sell these. I realized we get a lot of apples, so I was like, why not sell some for extra coins? And that's what I did. Also, at this time, did not notice there was a diplomat here again. Since my people decided to refill it, I would continue to sell more to get lots of extra coins. There ain't nothing wrong with being rich, am I right? Yeah. And then King... You know what, we're gonna call him something else. King what? King Blizzard. No, that's dumb. King Well, right now his name's King Bowser. King Bowser. I don't know. He's King something, honestly. Whatever you... We should rename the guy. If you want me to call him by his actual name, we will. But if you don't, put a name down in the comments. And tell me what you think his name should be. And stuff. It was year 31. The kingdom didn't look much different for the last 10 years. Like I said, we'll see how it will look on year 40. From now to year 40. One of our foresters were done, so we were... And then we became a town. We reached over 100 people. Which was nice. It was nice to reach over 100 people. And most of our foresters were online. We placed a well. So, so we were starting to rack in the wood now. I just wanted to place a storage thing so they would easily put it somewhere for right now. But we were easily starting to rack supplies in now. I was wondering how I could remove the wolf den. Then I realized I couldn't, so I needed to, make. That was for things later in the future, but decided to place another archer tower somewhere along there. Place 2, actually. 2. Thought I heard a merchant ship, but I guess it wasn't. We were moving along, year 32. Nothing much happened. Just the usual. It was basically just called gathering and collecting wafers, things to build. The usual. Yeah, just that. And then I built a transporter, basically near the end. Year 32. So by year 33, it would be complete. It was now year 33. Our cart thing was ready to go. So, let's just say I had a hard time figuring this out. I don't want to bore you with it, so we should be skipping any moment now. Like I said, didn't want to bore you with it. See, I was figuring out what I wanted to do. But then, like I said, it was getting confusing and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So then I changed it. And then yes, it was year 36. Sorry, see, like I said, I spent a lot of time on that, so I had to get it figured out. So I decided to turn a lot more of the walls into stone. And at this time, I got the cart situation figured out, so wood would easily be transported. Turn this gate. And there was Vikings again coming. They were on our island. I didn't really notice that. Started building more. Started to begin constructing another part of the wall. This is called. But then, it was straightforward. More of the kingdom would be developed now. And then we gathered. As I waited and waited for this, huge developments were being made. I wouldn't have to wait long, but there was a Viking invasion again. And it's like, oh no, I didn't want to have to deal with another one of the Viking invasions and stuff, but it was year 37, so I was wondering where the Vikings were going to come from this time. I decided to build a ballista tower that would cover a lot of the kingdom. And I'm talking about a lot of the kingdom of Vortex. It would cover a lot. So much. I decided to build walls out this way. much more was I was doing really big projects, yes. Year 37 was coming to an end. Oh yeah, it's coming to an end. Yep, year 37 was really starting to come to an end. I decided to build a big house over here that could hold a lot. But then I didn't realize all the problems it would cause once it was done. This time, more of the stone walls I had were getting built pretty fast. Things moving along at over 100 wood. Year 38 was going good. Then I was changing storage up around to see if it could pick up more and drop more off. It's like 20 wasn't a good enough number, so you know, and this would really start to help. For some reason, my thing would never follow a pathway, though. Honestly, I'm labeling certain things as districts. Over here, as you can see where all the crops are, this is like the farming district over here. It probably will continue to be our farming district. Soon I'm going to need more archer towers, more everything. Sooner or later, I found the witch. Then a merchant ship arrived, but I didn't really care for it. I was scouting out my land. Then a dragon was coming. Then I went to the merchant ship to sell some goodies, to sell our classical fruit. Started to sell it. Yep. Began to sell it, of course. And that's what I did. I sold it. This time the dragon was here to attack me. But we almost got a good kill on the dragon. The dragon was almost dead. He destroyed one of them. He destroyed just two things. He destroyed a farm and one of the orchards. Simple things that would be repaired instantly. But a new diplomat arrived. I didn't notice, of course. I was constructing another ballista tower as well. So a new diplomat arrived. Another person. And that dragon passed by us again, and I realized someone had died, so we would need a cemetery to be built. And that's what we had. We had a cemetery built for this person. I wanted to get another car built to make so I could place something else. So yeah, I wanted to place another thing because I wanted to get stone here faster, and it probably also really wanted to build another tavern to make the people happy. And then two diplomats were here. Beauty Tell was back, probably to talk to me, but then she had a mission for me. She wanted me to help her, but I couldn't help her with the Vikings, so I had to say I'm sorry. It ruined our relationship, but I couldn't help her because I didn't have anything to help her. And then Queen Cheerio came, and she really liked me. So, like I said, I'm not good with names. It's the only thing I'm not good with is names. Queen Cheerio. That's what I'll call her. Came to visit, of course, but it was like any ordinary thing. It was year 40. This place looked much different from 10 years ago. There was just 10 years left. And soon, it was year 41. It was completely starting to turn more walls into stone. This place was really starting to develop as a kingdom. We had part of district. This was the farming district. The other thing would be the second village district. And I didn't even get to that part yet. Because who knows what I wanted to do. No one did, only I did. And I was beginning. I had a much better understanding, and I managed to do that much faster. So now we had a second cart for our stone and stuff. We had a second cart, and I continued to press play and let things happen. Always, of course, fast speed, of course, yes, yes. Kingdom was doing well. As it was almost year 42, which would mean there's 8 years left. More walls were being... Most of the wooden walls were no longer a thing. It was mostly stone walls. We really had business booming. What I like to call it. But it wouldn't stay booming for long. It would not stay booming for long. I decided to place, wait, yeah, I'll place that, sorry I didn't. And I placed another big home, because our population could go to 127. It was crazy. How, just 42 years ago, we had over 5 people. And now, it was up to 100. Like I said, those homes would cause a big problem. They would need cold water and stuff. So I would get them water by placing a well. And then we would have to make us thing eventually. Is getting a well placed. Built out more. I wanted a fishing hut, so I got myself a fishing hut. And I built an interesting road. I wanted out to it. Yep, built an interesting road. Got that part done. It's year 43. There's 7 years left to go. It was looking up. Our merchant ship has arrived. You know, of course, I had to go over to that to begin to sell some goodies for money because money was getting low. It's because I needed to raise taxes, but I couldn't. People wouldn't have been that happy. I didn't want to make them not happy. I didn't want to make them not happy. Ugh, it was about to be year 44. Yep, year 44. But a Viking invasion comes. I wanted small ones. But then I realized I didn't want them. And at this time I figured out how to use. I started using the tool. Because I saw I could get a big one. So I just went for a massive one. Only one. Only one. I placed one. Placed one for now. I saw the Vikings were here, they were coming. But they wouldn't be able to do much. And then they brought Viking giants, I saw. And then I realized it was a concern. But, yep. My ballista tower began to shoot at them because it had very high range. They busted through the walls. Then they were lit. I continued. They destroyed whatever they could. Then this one was an idiot and just decided to, I don't know, break things down. They were eliminated. I would have to get much better at using tools in this, but you know, I wasn't really good at the shortcuts yet. Wasn't really good at the shortcuts yet. And then I began to learn. I decided to finish out the rest, turn the rest of this to stone. It was year 45. It was like, why not? Should get there done soon anyways. Our people have much more better access. Have lots of wood. Seeing we didn't have enough staff. It's probably because I just signed a pretty big build project and stuff. And if I wanted charcoal to go up, I was gonna have to change things around here, but I didn't know what I wanted to change. It was the usual. They would take the food. Take the food, everything. Ugh. Here, 46. Was coming to. It was year 46 now. Which means there was 4 years left of this story. And then. Who knows what will happen next? There was 4 years left. Began like no other. Oh, then I began to do a little bit of an experiment project. I made my castle walls higher. To see what the game would let me do. And that's what I did. Didn't know how high I could go. I checked its range. The range could have went longer. It would have made things better, but the ballista. Things were getting built fast. It was basically becoming. Still had a really huge gold problem, but it was becoming the end of year. It was year 47. 3 years were left. Crazy to think about. We had a decimal. We could have got so much more done. Oh, this King Brown Beard. No, I'm kidding. The guy came back to visit. Another diplomat. I don't know. But I realized it was. So it was King B-Raz. That's what I'll call him. King B-Raz. We improved relations a little bit. But who knew how much I could like him? Who knew how much I could like him, you know? No one did. And we'll see. We'll see indeed. Oh, crap. Yeah, no one liked this man. I didn't really like him that much. We were just alright. And then I moved charcoal making higher up. Because this was really starting to become a problem. Year 48! There was 2 years left. 2 years left. 2 years left. Built another storage thing to help, of course. I didn't know what future plans. Then I decided to chop a big part of the forest down over here, just that part. I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden, but people began to work faster. So these trees were really going down. It was crazy how much they were going down. We were able to build out some more roads towards this iron mine. We were getting closer to it, but there was another stone quarry we could have built. Might as well just get 2 of them. But and running so we can get even more stone. But a dragon came. But he would probably not come to me because that's just how our luck is. I decided to cut more trees down so I could get even closer to this iron mine. And it was year 49. 1 year remained after this one. And that was year. One year remained. So much was changed in the last 10 years. 10 years. So much was done, I should say. We were developing homes rapidly. We were doing things rapidly. We were... But then the dragon did fly over my land again. But he just passed me to go attack another nearby island. He passed me to do that. And I let him do it. Because why was I gonna try to stop the dragon? Am I right? Then he came back my way and was getting lit up. We almost killed this one. So wherever he was gonna go, he would die, of course. But I could tell I started to make the walls higher. Began to start to make them higher and higher. And they would get done really fast. I was really extending the walls. Making them higher. But a lot of them were getting built pretty fast. Was not expecting that to happen. It was year 50. And it was slowly coming to an end. Which means... who knows what will happen next. I felt something happening. I couldn't predict it. I couldn't tell. I wouldn't be able to tell. Oh no. Something began to happen.